Here's the Jumpstart on page 45. It says, which function has the greatest rate of change in the interval given? Before you would do that, I would like you to actually go through and classify the functions A, B, and C just based off their equation. So right now, pause the video and classify the video. Or classify the three functions. Once you've done that, you can press play and check your answers. In terms of classifying, function A, f of x, is a linear function. And we know this is a linear function because it's in slope-intercept form, where we have a slope of 2. Function B, g of x times the quantity x minus 3. If I distribute, I end up with x squared minus 3x, and I know that this is quadratic because it has a high exponent of 2. You could also classify this as quadratic in the sense that x is a linear expression and x minus 3 is a linear expression, and a quadratic function is the product of two linear expressions. Finally, C, h of x equals 3 to the x power. We know that this is an exponential function because x is the exponent. So now in terms of finding the greatest rate of change, I'm going to work through example A. And so it says, find the rate of change on the interval from -2 to 3. So what that means is I have a table of values, x and y, and x being -2 is my initial value, and 3 is the ending value, and so I got that from the interval. So now I need to know the corresponding y values. So I'm going to substitute in f of -2 equals 2 times -2 minus 3. So I know that's -4 minus 3, which is -7. So f of -2 is equal to -7. -2 is the input, -7 is the output. I can now do that for when my input is 3. So f of 3 equals 2 times 3 minus 3, which is 6 minus 3. So f of 3 is 3. So now in terms of finding the rate of change is my change in y over change in x. And so if I look at my table of values, -2, -7, and 3, 3, my x values, they change from -2 to 3 by an increase of 5. From -7 to 3, that is an increase of 10. So my change in y over my change in x is 10 over 5, which would be a rate of change of 2. So I would now like you to pause the video and try questions B and C and find the rate of change for each of those. So as you can see here, on the solutions key, you can see the work for B, and you can see the work for C in terms of finding the values and then finding the rates of change. And so in terms of order, C, A, and B would be ranking them in terms of greatest rate of change.